Hello everyone, and welcome to a major development in the AI hardware landscape. Today, we're breaking down Qualcomm's strategic entry into the data center AI accelerator market, a move that could reshape the competitive dynamics of artificial intelligence infrastructure. On October 27, 2025, Qualcomm Incorporated officially announced its entry into the data center artificial intelligence accelerator market with two new chips, the AI200 and AI250. This represents a significant expansion beyond their traditional mobile and wireless domains. These new chips are specifically targeted at inference workloads with particular focus on large language models and generative AI applications in data centers. The timing is strategic, as the AI infrastructure market is experiencing explosive growth with cloud providers and enterprises investing heavily in hardware to support increasingly sophisticated AI models. One of the key selling points for Qualcomm's new accelerators is their very high memory capacity. The AI200 supports up to 768 gigabytes of LPDDR memory per card, a crucial advantage for handling the massive parameter counts of modern large language models. This high memory footprint addresses one of the primary bottlenecks in AI inference scalability. Beyond raw memory capacity, Qualcomm is emphasizing improved performance per watt and strong total cost of ownership advantages. In an era where data center power consumption is becoming a critical concern, efficiency improvements can translate to significant operational cost savings for cloud providers and enterprises. The chips will be offered in multiple deployment formats, as standalone components, PCIe accelerator cards for integration into existing servers, or as full server rack solutions with custom cooling and scale-out network connectivity. This flexibility allows customers to choose the implementation that best fits their existing infrastructure and scaling requirements. This move places Qualcomm in direct competition with established players like NVIDIA Corporation and Advanced Micro Devices in the AI inference accelerator space. While NVIDIA dominates the training market with its H100 and H200 series, and AMD has made strides with its MI300X, Qualcomm is positioning themselves as a specialist in inference workloads, a potentially lucrative niche as AI models shift from training to widespread deployment. To understand the significance of this move, we need to consider Qualcomm's background. For decades, the company has been best known for mobile and wireless chip technology through its Snapdragon processors. This expansion into data center AI represents a strategic diversification beyond smartphones and 5G, allowing them to capture a piece of the massive infrastructure hardware growth driven by the AI revolution. Let's dive deeper into the product specifications. The AI200 is purpose-built for rack-level AI inference and supports that impressive 768 gigabytes of LPDDR memory per card. It's targeted specifically for large language model and multimodal inference applications, with commercial availability expected in 2026. The AI250 represents an even more advanced architecture, featuring what Qualcomm calls near-memory computing. This design offers the same high memory footprint, but with greater than 10 times the effective memory bandwidth compared to earlier solutions. This generational leap in memory bandwidth and efficiency is scheduled for availability in 2027. Beyond the core specifications, these accelerators include several notable technical features. They support direct liquid cooling for rack-scale deployments, which is essential for managing the thermal demands of high-density AI workloads. The architecture includes PCIe and Ethernet connectivity for flexible scaling and supports confidential computing for secure inference workloads, a critical requirement for enterprise adoption. Qualcomm is also emphasizing its software ecosystem, with support for leading machine learning and AI frameworks. This focus on ease of deployment and model onboarding will be crucial for overcoming the software barrier that often challenges new entrants in the AI hardware space. In the competitive landscape, Qualcomm's differentiators include that high memory capacity we discussed, cost efficiency claims, and diverse deployment formats. However, they face significant challenges entering an ecosystem dominated by incumbents who have established software support and customer relationships. Their focused approach on inference workloads as opposed to pure training may help them carve out a sustainable niche. Looking at the timeline, the announcement came on October 27, 2025, with AI200 commercial availability expected in 2026 and the more advanced AI250 following in 2027. This gives Qualcomm a relatively short window to build ecosystem support and customer traction before their flagship product reaches the market. The potential use cases for these accelerators span multiple markets. Data center operators and cloud providers could adopt them for high-density inference workloads, particularly for large language models and multimodal AI applications. Enterprises might find value in the promised lower cost inference infrastructure if the total cost of ownership advantages materialize. There are also potential synergies with Qualcomm's telecom and edge computing expertise, enabling AI inference at scale in distributed environments. However, several risks and challenges deserve consideration. The time to market is aggressive, with incumbents already having large installed bases and continuous innovation cycles. Ecosystem and software support will be critical. Success depends not just on hardware specifications, but on comprehensive software libraries, model compatibility, and developer tools. The competitive intensity cannot be overstated, with NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, and custom solutions like Google TPUs and Amazon Inferentia all competing for the inference market. Manufacturing and supply chain considerations also present challenges. Building high-memory, high-efficiency racks requires significant capital investment and may face yield challenges. The cooling infrastructure requirements for dense AI workloads add another layer of complexity to deployment. In conclusion, Qualcomm's move into AI inference accelerators represents a bold strategic step that leverages their semiconductor background while positioning them in a booming market. If their memory capacity and cost efficiency claims hold true in real-world deployments, they could establish meaningful differentiation in the inference accelerator space. Success will hinge on rapid ecosystem adoption, strong partner and customer traction, and flawless execution against their 2026-2027 roadmap. For cloud providers, enterprises, and AI software vendors, this signals another major entrant in the inference hardware arms race, increasing competition and expanding choices in the market. As we move forward, key metrics to watch include partner signups, independent performance benchmarks compared to NVIDIA and AMD solutions, detailed pricing information, and